An endless ocean bathed either in the gold of the sun or in the silver of the moon. An immense sky in which every twinkling star seems to be visible. Primordial, primeval, wild, indomitable, an inexorable rampage of formidable poetry. Giant water shafts and pitch darkness, pierced with a titanic roar by a blinding flash of a heavenly blade. Lots of fish of all kinds and colors. Sharks, dolphins, whales. Phosphorescent jellyfish. Mysterious depths that attract the eye and excite the imagination. And in the middle of it all, the fragile ark of a lost lifeboat. In Canada, a writer meets Patel, who he has been told would be a good subject for a book. Pi tells the writer the following story. Pi's father names him Piscine Patel after Piscine, a famous French swimming pool. In secondary school in Pondicherry, he adopts the Greek letter Pi as his nickname to avoid bullying. He is raised in a polytheistic Hindu family, but at 12 years old, he is introduced to Christianity and then Islam, and decides to follow all three religions as he just wants to love God. Pi's mother supports his desire to grow, but his rationalist father tries to secularize him. Their family owns a zoo, and Pi takes interest in a Bengal tiger named Richard Parker. After he gets dangerously close to Richard Parker, his father forces him to witness it killing a goat. When Pi is 16, his father announces that due to the emergency, they must move to Canada, where he intends to settle and sell the animals. The family books passage with the animals on a Japanese freighter. During a storm, the ship founders while Pi is on deck. He struggles to find his family, but a crewman throws him into a lifeboat. A freed plains zebra jumps onto the boat with him, breaking its leg. The ship sinks into the Mariana Trench, drowning his family. After the storm, Pi awakens in the lifeboat with the zebra and is joined by a Bornean orangutan. A spotted hyena emerges from under a tarpaulin, forcing Pi to retreat to the end of the boat. The hyena kills the zebra and later the orangutan. Richard Parker suddenly comes out from under the tarpaulin, killing the hyena before retreating back to cover. Pi fashions a small raft which he tethers to the lifeboat to be safe from Richard Parker. Despite his moral code against killing, he begins fishing, enabling him to sustain the tiger. When the jumps into the sea to hunt for fish and then swims toward Pi, he considers letting him drown, but ultimately helps him into the boat. One night, a humpback whale destroys the raft and its supplies. Pi trains Richard Parker to accept him in the boat and realizes that caring for the tiger is helping to keep himself alive. Weeks later, they encounter a floating island. It is a lush jungle of edible plants, freshwater pools and a large population of meerkats, enabling Pi and Richard Parker to eat, drink and regain strength. At night, the island transforms into a hostile environment. Richard Parker retreats to the lifeboat while Pi and the meerkats sleep in the trees. The water pools turn acidic. Pi deduces that the island is carnivorous after finding a human tooth embedded in a flower. Pi and Richard Parker leave the island, reaching Mexico after over 200 days at sea. Pi is heartbroken that Richard Parker does not acknowledge him before disappearing into the jungle. While he recovers in a hospital, insurance agents for the Japanese freighter company interview him, but do not believe his story and ask what really happened, specifically concerning why the ship sank. So Pi retells the story, in which the animals are replaced by humans, his mother for the orangutan, an amiable Buddhist sailor for the zebra, the ship's brutish cook for the hyena, and Pi himself for Richard Parker. The cook kills the sailor and feeds on his flesh. He then kills Pi's mother, after which Pi kills him and uses his remains as food and fish bait. The insurance agents are dissatisfied with this story but leave without questioning him further. When the writer recognizes the animal story may be an allegory for the human story, Pi says that it does not matter which story is true because his family died either way, and neither story provides the explanation the insurance company wanted. He asks which story the author prefers, and the author chooses the first, to which Pi replies, and so it goes with God. Glancing at a copy of the insurance report, the writer reads that Pi survived his adventure in the company of an adult Bengal tiger. Did you enjoy the movie? If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more movie summaries. We will do our best to bring you a new summary every day, so stay tuned and don't miss out. Thank you for watching and see you next time.